Hey guys, One Up Indie here, coming hopefully with good news for everybody, because it is time to upgrade a little bit my channel. So basically I will be reaching 5k, I don't know, in a few days, a week, a month, I don't really know, but soon. And then therefore I thought like, hey, let's give it back to the community, and now you can once again take control of what's happening next. I already did this with the Hotline Miami series, so for the newcomers, I made a poll and everybody could say like, hey, what we will do as a series, and you guys voted for Hotline Miami. And for that I will have a little poll which I haven't released for now, and then we will have 3 big topics, and please give your time with that. Just don't click it like, yeah, that sounds good and bye. Please take your time and think like, hey, what would be best for you, and then of course the majority then decides where this channel goes. So for example, we could do a series on game design, and of course I will go into the topics a little bit in a few seconds further. Then we can of course remake another popular game like Hotline Miami, and then see how far the journey goes. Or for example, I could go into some more advanced topics, which are shaders, level generation, buffers, inventories, or making dialogue systems, physics, buffers, and so on. So basically the more advanced stuff. So let's start with the first topic, which is game design. In game design, this will be a non-coding video series where I just discuss like, hey, what kind of systems, practices, stuff which is basically under the hood for the player, which for example you don't actually recognize or see directly. But for example, a game designer must think about like a lot of things like, hey, what is making my game fun, or even to a point where it's making my game addictive. For example, what kind of systems are in the background, which are then just designing a game to be, well, a good game. And therefore there are tons of things to think about. And then of course, once again, this will be an universal video series, because this is not dependent on, for example, Unity or Gamemaker or whatever. This is independent, and therefore, well, everybody who wants to know a little bit, or for example who thinks like, hey, I see myself as a game designer, not as a programmer in an engine, and therefore I guess then this is for you. And of course then I will give well, once again, a non-coding, very well descriptive, and with lots of pictures and animations. You will see that. So basically good fluff content. Then we go to the second category. We will remake a game. Here we'll just show you a few of them. So this is of course up to you. If you want to have something else, please in the description, not in the description, in the comments. Yeah, no, you cannot write in my description. Please in the comments just write what you want to have, and I will take that into account, and therefore we will see like, hey, who gets the most votes. So for the first one, that was Growtopia. I guess you know who you are, because he was definitely bugging me to do this game. So basically now you get your chance, and then maybe we will produce this game, maybe a RimWorld. So once again, very intense game. So this will be highly and complex, because we need to do a lot of with buffers and some very advanced topics. But for example, if you think like, hey, this would be something you want to do and do that kind of stuff, hey, let's go there. Or for example, we could go for Octopus Traveler. Basically this is just Final Fantasy, but with some fancy camera positions and a 3D realm with some what was it, ambient occlusion and some shadering and so on. Therefore you get this beautiful looking 2D art, and then this is getting blended into a new format, which is pretty sweet. So I really love how they did this. And then we try to remake that game. This will be not too difficult in my opinion, because once again this will be just a fighting system, like a I don't know how you call that system, but basically just an well, turn-based strategy game. And then, well, we're gonna recreate that one. Or for example, we can go with Zelda 3 or whichever, for example, NES or Sega game you want to have. Doesn't really matter. You can of course write that in the comments, and I will take that into account. So basically all of that will be part of it. And then for example, maybe we want to remake F-Zero. So basically, if you don't know F-Zero, basically this is just a racing game, and this will be pretty sweet because that will be not too difficult to produce, plus the camera stuff will be just, I guess, the most interesting or important stuff. And then we go to the third category, which is then advanced topics. So the first one, I could make shaders video series. Once again, the best shader video series is already here, so GMS shaders by it's not saying, but well, link in description. You will see that this is one of the best ones if you want to know something about shaders, because shaders are once again extremely important, very hard topic, but once again very great topic because you can do tons of really cool stuff with shaders. So this is graphical stuff of manipulation of how the image is looking like, how the screen is looking like, what kind of stuff, some, you know, that stuff is important, but once again, well, not as easy. Or for example, we can build an inventory system together. Once again, this is possible, a drag and drop inventory system. So if you want to do something like this, which already exists here, but I'm going to do my own spin on it. And then in the end, well, if we finish it, then you have a finished inventory system for free. So this is then up to you. Or we can go with a dialogue system. Once again, it does already exist free. For example, here, this is Friendly Cosmonauts dialogue system, which I loved. So once again, pretty cool stuff. So if you want to have a free dialogue system, she already did one. So here, once again, pretty cool stuff. But of course, I will do then my own and make my own spin on it. Or we can go with some heavy math and calculation stuff, which is level generation. And we will start with some easy block stuff, basically just creating, like, let's say, rooms which are just a link together by some very easy stuff. And then, for example, we will work up to more complex system where we have almost or to full level generation, which is randomized. And this is, of course, a very heavy topic in my opinion. But if you want to do that kind of stuff, yes, we can. And then, of course, we can, I don't know, delve into physics systems if you like. So once again, this is all just one topic in a series. So once again, if you, for example, choose the advanced topics, then you can just take one of those and then we will go with that. Of course, then once again, we can have a physics system, basically, I don't know, do like an Angry Birds clone or something like this. But of course, then we will have another discussion where to go from that point. And of course, we can go with buffers, which will be a shorter video, therefore less to do, but buffers, of course, are highly important for advanced users. Alrighty, little disclaimer from my side before I finish off, and then you guys can hopefully write in the comments what you would like to see. I guess I will give it 5 days to well, so everybody can check it out and just say like, hey, I want this, I want that, and then therefore please write in the comments what do you want to have. Therefore give me some ideas, because in the end you can, if you like, control the way it goes, and you can have content which you would be looking for and maybe doesn't exist. So this is then up to you what you want to have. But once again, little disclaimer from my side, because I already did the Hotline Miami series and that was ended at some point because, well, people who stopped watching it. This is completely natural. This is what I do a lot of times too. I just start watching something, they're like, yeah, I'll watch it later, and then I never gonna watch it again. So if at the start point people are watching, and then at, let's say, the 10th or the 20th video series, people are just like using that for falling asleep, then I guess I know that it means like, hey, that stuff isn't being watched anymore. So basically it's not good stuff anymore, and therefore I will then kill this series at this point. But of course, this is then up to you how far we want to push that thing. And then of course, then it makes myself free to make other series on top, or because I just well, killed the other one. Alrighty, hopefully you enjoyed this, and please make your voices heard, or well, your stuff which you are writing, make it count. And therefore please, I don't know, just pick one of those 3 categories, and then once again, if one of them is what you wanted to have, then boom, just give me your input what you want to have. Alrighty, that was it from my side. A little bit of rambly, but hopefully you have a good picture in your head what's happening with this channel, and then you can make it in your own well, not image, but you can make it in a specific direction which you maybe want to see. Have a good one. One up indie.